This is your host, Manny Moonraker, and I am here to get the show started. So let's cue the music. Hey, this is episode number 137 of the UFO Report. I'm Manny Moonraker, and thanks for having me. Thanks for listening. Thanks for stopping by. As of late, apparently I've been getting a lot of flack from people on YouTube. You know, the guys that sit there and listen to a podcast while they watch the paint dry. But there was one individual, we've had a little bit of conversation back and forth. He's probably going to listen to this because... hey, I'm not sure if he's just curious or if he's a hater. I don't know. Maybe he's a rubber-dicker. The jury is still out on that. What I do know is this, is that you can't come on a podcast on one episode that's about 13, 14 minutes and try to judge everything somebody says. Any of you who have been here for more than 3 episodes know that I'm a firm believer that there is something else out there. Absolutely. No doubt about it. If you followed me on social media, you'd know that because that's what a lot of my posts are. Besides, of course, trying to get more people to listen because no fucks given. I work for a living and I can't really sit around for 2-3 hours listening to some fucking author push their book on me. I can't do it, and I'm pretty sure that most blue-collar people cannot do that either. That's why I keep the shit short. Plain and simple. There is nothing special about that. That is exactly what it is. That's why I don't have people on here anymore to do interviews. Because the truth is, I'm not really interested in what they're selling. I want to research ufology. I want to research what's happening now, what happened in the past, and try to put things together. That's what it's about. Now, this individual made a lot of statements. I'm not going to name them because I did that in the last episode. It doesn't really help anything except give him a little bit of glory. But there was one statement, and I'm sure most of you disagree with this, and that is this. He asked me whether or not I thought that the government would actually give Elizondo and To the Stars Academy some fake videos. Do I think that it's possible that the government would set them up in some way to make them look like a bunch of assholes? The answer is yes, yes, and yes. I'm sorry, but the minute that all those videos came out from To the Stars Academy, people were tearing them apart. All of it. Gimbal, Nimitz, the rubber dick in the sky, the Mylar balloon that was put in front of everyone during their conference. But the thing is that even with his so-called $37 million in the hole, that situation, even though that's happening, there is only one person that really gives him any kind of life in this. Yeah, To the Stars Academy, the only thing that keeps them alive in my mind, in my opinion, it's one person. It's not Deuce Bigalow, the Space Gigolo. It's not the thing that Bigelow is hiding in Las Vegas that they say is artifacts from crash UFOs. It's not that either. It's not Tom DeLonge. Hey, listen, I used to listen to Blink-182. But it's not the same when you become a rubber dicker and try to sell people on your dream. And then you have a bunch of people as your board of directors and panel, which really don't do shit for the subject, really. What's coming out of there? Nothing. If they go bankrupt, so hey, fuck it. I mean, what can you do? Those are the breaks. That's what happens, right? Nothing you can do about that. But the only person for me that keeps the To the Stars Academy deals alive, the situation with those videos that Elizondo got from the government, even though they did not officially release it to him so that he can give it to Tom DeLonge and the gang, is Commander David Fravor. In the entire story last year, the only one that holds any kind of credible story or credible evidence or credible experience in the whole situation that brought To the Stars Academy to the forefront is Commander David Fravor. Because the guy was out there, he got in front of the public, he told his story. He told a story that was an account of what he saw firsthand. None of the other guys can do that. Not Tom DeLonge, not Deuce Bigelow, the Space Gigolo. No one in To the Stars Academy, not even Elizondo. The only one that held any kind of information during that time that is still credible today until proven otherwise, it's going to be that guy. He's the one who should have been in front of everything to begin with. Not put the ex-musician. Don't put the billionaire out there who's been gathering information from himself for decades. Put the guy that was flying a $1 million jet in defense of our nation, who was sent to investigate what was in the air. He's the one who's credible, not the other guys. Forget about them. Forget about them. They serve no purpose. And now we have the financial issues. What are you going to do? Huh? Nothing you can do about that. If they go under, they go under. That's just the way it is. So we have a story today about something that happened 80 years ago. But in the interim, let's just check out this promo.
You're listening to UFO Buster Radio, and I have a question for you. Do you like to go fishing, or do you want to learn how to fish? Well, I have the answer for you. Whether you're an avid angler or just starting out, Angling Waters Outdoors is the place to learn and advance your fishing skills. I'll be your guide, Marty Angler. And I'm not just a bass fishing tournament angler, but I also like to fish for other species as well. I'll help guide you through the different methods and baits to help you catch more fish all year long. So catch me at Angling Waters Outdoors here on Spreaker. Now back to UFO Buster Radio and my friend Manny Moonraker. You're listening to UFO Buster Radio, and I have a question for you. Do you like to go fishing, or do you want to learn how to fish? Well, I have the answer for you. Whether you're an avid angler or just starting out, Angling Waters Outdoors is the place to learn and advance your fishing skills. I'll be your guide, Marty Angler. And I'm not just a bass fishing tournament angler, but I also like to fish for other species as well. I'll help guide you through the different methods and baits to help you catch more fish all year long. So catch me at Angling Waters Outdoors here on Spreaker. Now back to UFO Buster Radio and my friend Manny Moonraker.
Sorry about that. I had to play that promo twice because Bug the UFO Hunter decided to create a commotion over here and we didn't want to record any of that. I'm telling you, that stuff he does, it's not cool. So let's get to the story. Wait, as a matter of fact, let's not do that because it turns out that we are well on the way to starting the 2018 RubADickies. And some of you don't know what that is because you just listened to one episode. But the 2018 RubADickies is basically an award ceremony where we award the greatest hoaxer, the greatest money-hungry scourge of ufology, an award. They get that award through your votes. You, the listener, participates in voting. But this year, we're doing things a little different. If you go to ufobusterradio.com now, or any time before November 1st, you can actually nominate a RubADicker. So far, we had 2 nominations. One is actually a podcaster. I'm not going to name him yet. You'll see him when it comes time to vote. And the other, of course, is Tom DeLonge. So 2 people have actually voted in or nominated individuals to be included in the 2018 RubADickies. And, of course, the winner will receive an award, a statue, congratulating them for RubADicking ufology and the rest of us, basically. And we'll have the dates for that shortly. But there's something new this year. We're adding the personal rubber dicker. Basically, the personal rubber dicker is going to be someone that you personally know that believes that we are the only entities in the entire universe. That believes that no matter how far away from this solar system you go, you will never find signs of life because we are it. We are the only ones made in God's creation, and no one is visiting the planet. No one exists anywhere else but here. So as an added bonus, you can go in on a separate entry, mark your entry as personal rubber dicker, tell us who they are, give a brief description of how they earned the right to be included in the 2018 RubADickies, and that individual would also go up to vote, and we will include your description on UFOBusterRadio.com so that the rest of the listeners can vote on who will win that title. They will also get an award for this year's 2018 RubADickies. It's exciting times. Exciting times, exciting stuff that we're doing. So on to the news story, because the news story is something you hear about all the time, right? Especially when it comes to ufology, because people think, theoretically, that the reason why no one ever tells us about UFOs or what's happening is because there's going to be a mass panic. People are going to lose their damn minds. Kind of like they allege happened when Orson Welles did his War of the Worlds. That's right, 80 years ago, October 30th, 1938, Orson Welles did the famous news broadcast, or the real, not so real broadcast of War of the Worlds, in which he announced to the world, like it was an emergency broadcast, that we were being attacked by aliens. An amazing feat. When you think about it, back in the day, people were paying like 10 cents a gallon. Are you serious? Franklin Roosevelt was the president, and people mostly listened to radio, not watch, audio broadcast on video platforms, because all they had was radio. An amazing feat. Incredible. Now, nowadays, people look back, and over the years, there's been reports that there was mass hysteria was greatly exaggerated, but it gives us an idea of what people think about when they could possibly be presented with such a situation. So whether or not Orson Welles created a mass panic with his portrayal of an alien attack, which included people coming into the station and actually talking on radio like they had just survived getting away from an alien. Hey, listen, when that's the only media you have, you can't see anything. Why wouldn't you believe it? Why wouldn't you believe that someone interrupted the show you were about to listen to with a real news broadcast? There is an article that's linked in the description for you guys to read. But if you look at that, there is a quote from a psychologist that said people were vulnerable in 1938 and they were worried about the war, they were worried about the economy, and perhaps were a little bit worried about and nervous about Halloween, which was going to be the next day. Well, today is October 30th, 2018. Are we worried about getting probed on Halloween? For the most part, I don't think we are. But it's funny how some of the other things that people were worried about in 1938 are happening right now. The economy, we have wars all around the world. Are we in any way ready for an announcement right now that we've found ET or they have found us? It is a fascinating story. Now, the story behind the War of the Worlds was that people were actually tuning in because they were waiting for the Halloween episode of the radio drama series, The Mercury Theater on the Air. And that's when good old Orson Welles gave it to them without the Vaseline. Listen, you can't write this stuff, and it's a matter of history. This is the one thing that we can say actually happened. We're not making this up. We're not being rubber-dicked about it. But it's a real deal. It scared people, whether it was, 500,000 or maybe just 500 people that ran into the streets freaking out because they were being under attack by aliens. It doesn't even matter. But conspiracy holds that is the reason why we do not know the truth about that situation, and probably why people like our YouTube person is saying that the government is trickling information to us bit by bit, little by little. Whatever the case may be, the rest of the article is in the description. Check it out. Read more about what caused Orson Welles to go with that. Why is it still talked about today, 80 years later? And what does it mean for us in the future? Don't forget to follow me on Facebook. The Facebook pages, Manny Moonraker and UFO Buster Radio. The Twitter hashtag at UFO Buster Radio. The Instagram page, Manny Moonraker. And forget about Google Plus because it's going to hell in the handbasket. But if you have any comments to say, anything you need to get off your chest, do some research. Hit me with some real news. Don't give me stuff off the cuff. Don't shoot from the hip. Do some research. Read something. I thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and do all that good stuff. I'll catch you tomorrow, actually, on Halloween Day. Maybe I'll report that you're about to be probed. Ciao, people.